All right, not feeling 100%. Excuse the voice. We'll just get through this the best that we can. How do we add and subtract like terms? Well, in the previous video, we talked about the fact that like terms are terms of an expression in algebra that have the same combination of letters and indexes. So 4x and negative 2x both have the x's. So we say they are like terms. They've got the same, each of these terms has the same letter, right? 2ab and 3ab are also like terms, okay? They've got the same combination of letters, ab and ab. But something would not be like terms would be these two, 2ab and 3ab squared, because it has to be the same combination of both letters, right? The ab's are the same, but the index, this is actually a b squared, not a b. So the indexes also have to be the same. Let's have a look at how that plays out when we do some examples. You're asked to simplify this expression. Here's something I like to do with an expression is I just like to just quickly split it into each of its terms so I know what I'm working with. And remember, every time you see a plus or a minus sign, that represents the start of a new term, including that sign. So if I split them, actually let's just go back there. If I split every time I see the minus or a plus sign, I'm going to split it into a new term. Also, if you see an equal sign, that also represents a new term. We'll do an example of that in a minute. So now I can see what I'm working with. I've got these two things I can see are like terms. 4mn, which is actually a positive 4. We just don't put the positive sign there. So I've got a plus 4mn and a plus 3mn. These two pieces are also like terms. A negative 2m and a negative 7m. So with my like terms, I can add and subtract things together so long as they are like terms. So I'm going to take the 4mn and add the 3mn to get 7mn's. I've got 4 of them, I add 3 more. I've got negative 2mn's, I take away another 7, so negative 2 take away 7 is negative 9. Actually, that should be 9m. Sorry about that, so we'll just get rid of that, cover that up. So minus 2m minus another 7m gets me negative 9mn. All right, let's have a look at another example. Now this looks a little bit ugly, I know there's a lot going on here, but let's just work our way through it. I'm going to follow the same process. Whenever I see a plus or a minus sign, I'm going to split it so I know what my terms are. And I can see these two are not like terms. One's an A and one's a B, so I'm not going to do anything with them. But what about these two? Now, if I look at them, they don't look like the same combination. A squared B and BA squared. But here's a little tip. These ones you'll see are not in alphabetical order. So I'd always encourage you, if they're not, just go back and put them, the letters and their indexes, into alphabetical order. So this one would become minus 3a squared b. So move the a and its index to the front, because when I do that now I can see that it actually is the same thing as, well, it's a like term with the 6a squared b. Now the reason I can do this is because it doesn't matter what order you multiply things in. So basically what this means is minus 3 times b times a squared. Remember, in algebra we just don't write the multiplication signs in. But because I can multiply in any order, it's okay for me to take the a squared and move it up in front of the b. So I always like to put them in alphabetical order so I can compare, because when I do that I can see now these are like terms. So I've got 6a squared b, take away 3a squared b, means I've got 3 of them left. 6 minus the 3 gives me my 3. And the letters in my terms stay the same. These two I can't touch. I haven't got anything that's like terms with them, so they just stay in place where they're at. So our answer is this expression here. One last one. Simplify 2abc minus cba equals 3a plus b. Now, I'll put this one in here. There's a couple of little twists in this one. Nothing too hard. Once again, split it into its terms. And remember I said every time there's a plus or a minus sign or an equal sign, that also represents a new term. So there's actually 4 terms. There's this one, 3a, and the plus b. Now, going back to what we did in the previous question, these ones are not in alphabetical order. Let's fix that up and change that to ABC, because I can see now that is a like term with this first term. There's no number here. When there's no number in front of a term, there's basically an invisible 1 there. So if it helps to put the 1 in, just so you can visualize, because now I can see that I've got 2 of them, 2 ABCs, take away 1 ABC. So 2 minus 1 is 1. So I've just got 1 ABC left. And I can take that 1 out. It's invisible. And the other 2 we couldn't do anything with. So we've now simplified that down by grouping the like terms. All right, awesome. Hope that made sense. Well done.